Like, isn't a Kuan Sasemi just as good? Or Kuan Junior just as good or better? Proc to assimilate, like double proc on assimilate. Okay, so it's 2 extra points on the assimilate. Four points on assimilate, and then 4 plus 5, 9, maybe. I guess I can see it. Yo, I think you want to hop in? Oh, you did. Nice. But Kuan Junior is still like 10 points. Let me make it so you can update decks. So Lucas plays the Frightener, which I didn't expect. But it does help him get his coins down. There's the Kuan Informant. I guess Kuan Jr. was 13. So let's count how many points this is. That was... 2 points there, plus 4, 6. Alrighty. If you want to keep watching that video, here's the link. That's last week's tournament. And we are going to get started with today's tournament. We'll get started in 10 minutes. We got some people updating their decks. We just joined. I'm going to get some music going for you guys while we wait. Where's our tourney playlist? There it is. Hey, Bison King, how's it going? Hey, Black Haven. Let me check, make sure you... Oh, that's the wrong video game. You know what? I don't need any of this. Me playing BG3 got you to start a new run on Divinity of Souls. Nice, nice. Do you... have you played both, or? Just waiting for Moulin Rouge and Eichner to update their decks. Here are the tournament rules. Don't have a G3 yet, waiting for a sale. Gotcha. I was gonna ask you like how they compare. There was a sale on Divinity of Souls. I was thinking about getting it. But I also have like Dragon Age Origins, you know, that I already bought years ago and never played. I was learning about Divinity's action system, and it sounded cool. How, like, you can do, like, like, with one action point, you can do, like, 4 of one thing, or 2 of one thing, or only 1 of one something, based on how impactful they are. Hey, Pio. Is Moulin Rouge in the chat? If so, make sure you upload a fourth deck. Because the finals are best of 5, and also it's 4 decks, 1 ban for the rest of the tournament. You too, Aitha. You need a fourth deck. Looking for fourth? Okay, you got 5 minutes. Hey, Shivers. How's it going? We're just waiting for Aitna to upload their fourth deck, and then we'll get going. In 4 minutes. I was trying to get AI to solve the Wordle, and they were failing badly. Then I guess expel. I'm not sure, but I didn't catch if it was correct or not. I was distracted. Guess I can check the VOD. My guess never went through. Okay. Yo, Mirak. Thank you for the sub and the 11-month streak. 28 months of support. Really appreciate it. Run, Flaggy, run. Get out of here. Get out of here. You emote spamming hooligan. Do I play the clown music while we wait? We have room for one more if you'd like to join. If you got 4 decks ready. Because right now we have 7, so. But mainly I'm just waiting for. I'm a fan of Pain and Misery, but I'm a one faction nerd. Ah, okay. Fair enough. But we should you should try other factions, in my opinion. Gwent is a lot more fun when you can play different stuff. It also helps you learn how to deal with different bullshit. Like there's some decks that just seem like absolute like impossible to beat. But the best way to learn how to beat them is to play them. And the ladder will teach you how your deck loses, and then you learn how to abuse your opponents. Well, I wouldn't call it wisdom. But yes. Okay, so Aitna and Moulin Rouge have uploaded their decks. I'm going to go ahead and activate the bracket now. Why you got to be so smart? I don't know if I'm smart, but if you make enough mistakes, you learn lots of things. Okay, so Young Face gets a pass for being just exceedingly handsome, dashing, talented, and just all around a fun person to be around. Aifne is going to be playing against Ninja Pang, Way Warrior against Asteroid, and Shiver Skull against Moulin Rouge. I think we're going to watch Aifne versus Ninja Pang, because it's always fun when people know a name. I will be observing like this. Did Ninja Pang bring alumni? Very nice. Ninja Pang's a good player. Usually gets deep in these tournaments. Has won a few times. So this is Demavand, Letitia with Inspired Zeal, alumni. We got over here Blaze of Glory, Renfrey, Wild Boar of the Sea. No compass. We have Nature's Gift with Aquan and Escol, Tempest. And we have a Lilith's Omen, Arrakis Swarm deck with Goliath, Pugo, Penitent, and Archespore. So this is similar to the Shinmiri deck, I think, but it runs Hive Mind. I'm not sure if that one ran Portal, if that's the cut, or... Yeah, there's also 2 Stalkers. 2 Hideous Feast, 2 Spontaneous Evo. So Mamuna has Griffins as a target, and I guess technically Stalkers. No Fiends in this deck, no Necker Warriors as backup. And there's also an Arendite, Parasite, Wolfsbane, so has a decent amount of control. This will be interesting to see. And then let's see what Aifne has brought. Oh, I need to start the tournament, my bad. Start that one. Can't see the Blaze of Glory deck? Okay, let me just check the link. Sometimes if there's no HTTPS, it gets bugged out. There you go. Thanks for letting me know, Shivers. I'm gonna do a quick pass through everybody else. So like the way this usually happens is if you're in game, and you click share link, share deck, immediately if you copy it right away, it doesn't have the HTTPS because it goes to the regular URL which redirects to HTTPS. If you copy the link without the HTTPS, the Gwent website itself doesn't recognize it and gets confused and adds its own like thing to the beginning when you click it. Anyway, here are Aifne's 4 decks. Hey, Romero. Were you in the army or something? Damn. Welcome back. Good to see you. I thought you were just mad at me. I like your new 5P tech, the Runestone. Oh, that's dirty. Watch you get a Whisperer from this. This is basically like a Taboo Harvest, right? It's alchemy, not even nature. Yeah, so there's a Simlist. This is Devotion Shiru Aifne. With Oak Critters, Backup Plans, Mage's Harvest, Rebukes, Morin as a lock, Brehen as a tall punish, and Simlist can help with the consistency, or sometimes you want to play with Aifne. You got Isengrim, Call of the Forest. You got Falv. You do need to draw some cards, but you also have a lot of points in this deck. Here we have off the books. This is Grisha Morels, no bank because we're talented. We do have XCOM and Eavesdrop, so that can help. This is very helpful if you draw a King of Beggars. There's one Keeper, one Cleric in this version, and double Shady Vendor. And then we have another alumni deck. Ooh, I should leave the deck builder so I can get invited. And let me, yeah, there it is. There's the invite. And then finally, there's Aristocrats Imposter with Emir and Usurper, Rosa. This looks like, oh, there's an Enforcer and a Pikeman as well. What I want to check real quick is what the bans were. So it looks like Ninja banned Aithna's Devotions Scoia'tael deck, and Aithna banned Ninja Pang's Fruits deck. Or sorry, not Fruits deck. Hive Mind deck. Bad deck with my Smurf B. It's what I would have banned against you. It's your most comfortable deck. Yo, thanks for the sub. See you in hell. Appreciate it. So from Blue Coin, Aithna probably won't be playing Syndicate. Although this deck's not bad from Blue. I don't think they'll be playing Imposter. So we should probably see Alumni. And then Ninja Pang can play Blaze of Glory or Symbiosis. Yep. Operation Epic. Oh my god. Operation Epic Clownery. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for the 24 months of support. Really appreciate it. I know you guys can only use your Prime in one channel each month, and it means a lot if you use it here. Thank you. So, Aithna playing Alumni has one of each student. Hey Xander, good to see you. Oh shit, did the YouTube stream end? No. Just making sure. YouTube has been flaky sometimes. Okay. We have an Aretusa student on the Ranger row, and no TA used. Blaze of Glory in this deck has a 13 as a target. And of course, if you need more Quarg is also another option. I think it chose not to boost this, probably just to play around leader. Because this deck, Ninja Pang's deck, doesn't really have 4 damage. So. Oh, it's not waiting room anymore. It's round 1. Thank you. Hey, Kenry. Ninja, 0. Aithna, 0. Xander says they really hate NR. Well, I think a lot of people hate Alumni. Wait. Oh, casting contest. Okay, I was like, why are we clicking this? Could get it to 14, but it still has, there's still leader value. There's no Letitia on the board, but there is a Demovan. So basically what you want to do when you play Aretusa students is you want to get their patience to 4, because that's when your alumni get zeal, and that significantly changes things. But yeah, there's the leader for 13 damage to remove the student. And then here comes Rent Free. There's a damage 6. And a split 6. So that's probably what I would play, but I don't know if that's the right one. Okay, well, they go with destroy 8 and damage and split 6. Destroy 8 is arguably better since there's no oh, what? Okay, so I think just plays another casting contest instead of trying to get the student out with like Shawnee or playing Demovan into. Like one of the things you can do with Demovan is you can play AA in round 1 if you had it. Then mulligan AA round 2 and replay AA from Demovan in round 2 and again in round 3. So you get 3 A's instead of 2. But here comes Shawnee getting there to the student out, and now it's at 4 patients along with the Banart student. So this destroy 8 can either do 4 damage or nothing in this round at the moment, or 6 I guess, but you're not killing the Shawnee. Game sounds are muted. Thank you for telling me. Can you hear them now? Try drinking some water. Water actually makes it worse. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Appreciate it. So 26 and 21. And I just takes the loss on even. Got 5 and 5 patients. But aside from Shawnee, didn't really spend much. And got the leader out of, well, 1 leader out of Ninja Pack. Shivers has banned Romero. Or is your game stuck on the starting soon screen? So Ninja will be for sure pushing here. They want uneven. Their deck has a good short round.
We shall do it my way.
And they have discard package in hand, so it makes sense.
Crack and eat me goodies.
Dump these.
Looky here. It's a one-way assault, I assure you. Yes.
Yeah, maybe it bugged out and I'll need to reset and you guys can redo bans. Here comes Rafard into his Centurion Spellweaver, which Ninja Fang locks. Doesn't leader the Rafard's Vengeance though. Here comes Letitia. Letitia's at 2 patients. So there's actually no way to benefit from the Letitia right now. But we'll see. We'll see if Ninja tries to do something about it. Yeah.
Who wants to taste
Uses Hjalmar to answer the Rafards. But for now, let's Letitia be. Because they have leader, they could just, any turn they want, answer this. Unless, of course, a winch happens. But then Geralt can answer it. So yeah, I then uses winch on Letitia. This is actually not looking very good for NR in this game. What happened to Shivers? Okay. I'm looking at the game. Hopefully you'll get another invite, Romero. But if needed, I will reset the game. Yeah, so there's the Geralt on the Letitia, as we expected. And finally, Demovan's going to come out. I think it's going to be like winch into chapter, maybe? Because right now there's no more.
Before his
Well,
Royal Majesty.
yeah, there's with Destroy 8, there's no way to actually remove the demo van, but
We've no
Python doesn't go for the winch. Goes for the chapter and removes the 2 students as well from their deck. Which is probably a good thing because it makes your PMP better. Here comes the Centurion Enchantress.
Never dull. May your hand never waver.
Now, we know that Python doesn't have a winch. So these aren't really coming out. I guess even if you winch this, a Bear Witcher plus leader could have killed it. So Python is playing it correct
All
here.
that dancing around.
Here comes the first Bear Witcher. Okay, so did you guys get a second invite? Yeah, if you want to do it with via friendlies and give me the result, that's fine. Since I'm not observing your game. Here comes a rune word. I imagine it'll be into alumni.
We have each other's backs. That's more than most.
Could boost by 5 Demovan, but then just plays into Curse of Pride. So instead they boost the Centurion Spellweaver. And Ninja is looking pretty good right now. They can pass, and Aithna would still have to play 11 points to catch up. Maybe Ninja wants to get Seagull carryover. But he's not. It's not like two are shielded, one is boosted. They'd have to hit their own units. But they'd lose a card. So the question is the Seagull carryover worth an extra card? Well, I don't know that they lose a card, but that's likely that they lose a card. If you play something that's like 3 tempo, there's a good chance you're losing a card. That's what they're doing because Ninja's basically saying, with even cards in round 3, and my leader and Fukusia, I think I'll be fine in a 4 or 5 card round 3.
The day is nigh when all shall behold my beauty.
There's another rune word into art as a student. And yeah, there's the pass. Here comes alumni. That should be enough by 1 point.
Privilege and honor.
So Ninja gets double lasse and keeps this is very tough for Aithna. Still missing AA. So what are you gonna mulligan? I think you have to mulligan your alumni and hope to draw AA with your 2 mulligans. They mulligan PMP. Okay. I would say pretty weak draws this game for Aithna. Yeah, guys, just play friendly because the invites from the game are going to be wrong.
As you command.
Your descendants, my beloved. Sacrifices for Melusine, one and all.
So yeah, Fukusia into Hjalmar removes the unit. Alumni are at 5 damage. comes Selkirk. Plays for 12 points.
Don't you pester me.
I think Aithna's trying to do EMP on the alumni, but Ninja is just keeping the leader. Aithna tries to make the leader as bad as possible. Knowing that the last card is Refards into PMP, most likely, I think it's correct to destroy 8 on the alumni. Because then you're forcing them to PMP their own 9. Oh, that's even better. That's even better. Holy crap. Yep. Okay, Brockmar Warrior actually, with leader, removes both alumni, and that's GG. Let's see here. I mean, maybe with better draws, I had a chance, but this looked very one-sided. Impossible matchup. I mean, I feel like with different draws, like no Letitia in round 1, no AA, no Refards. Maybe the play for Aithna was just to demo van into Refards round 1. The problem is, like, between Blaze of Glory leader, Hjalmar with discard, like Hjalmar, because it works with leader as well, and Geralt in hand round 1, like, it's not to mention Renfrey. There's just too much removal. Hey Alec, what's up? Was I muted? I'm guessing Ninja will play Alumni here, and Aithna will play Syndicate. We'll see. Yep, those are the choices.
What is it I fancy today?
I'm not sure this deck can beat Alumni, but having Junior in hand round 1 is very handy. It kind of depends on draws. So now Ninja Peng is playing Alumni. Let's see how he does it. His deck is a little different. He runs a Neuromancy. He's going to open with Rafard into an Aretuza student.
Well, this time. Yes.
Doesn't use TA though. Why are they both playing Alumni? Alumni is a good tournament deck because it's much better from Blue Coin than otherwise. And when you know exactly what threats your opponents have, you can really take advantage of patience. If they can't answer multiple students in round 1, you just kind of win the game for free.
The day
This
is
version
nigh when all
does
shall
have
behold
Letitia,
my
but there's
beauty.
no Ninja didn't draw Neuromancy, Demavand, or Letitia. So the hope, I think, is to maybe play another bronze and hope that Rafars draws one of them. One of these 3 cards would be ideal. But Aithna's not going to let that happen. He plays Junior to remove the Rafard. But he can't really do anything about these students. Now, the good news for Aithna is that Ninja also doesn't have a melee student. We could see Ninja Pang play Chapter of Wizards and try and get a fan art student from a Rune Word, since Rune Word can play one. This deck also like like Spellweavers are another way you can win games with it. You just kept King on purpose? Yeah, because he had Eavesdrop. And now he knows, like, if you don't put King of Beggars at the bottom, you kind of have one less mulligan per round. That's one of the disadvantages of King of Beggars. Like, yeah, you can YOLO and hope for the best, but so did the Secret Service? Okay. Salamander Mage plus Horse and Junior Order was used to combo kill the Sentry and Spellweaver. Now we see a casting contest used round 1 by Ninja Pang. Patience at 3 and 4. Becomes a poison.
The gentleman in the corner.
And then Junior used to remove the Secret Service. The interesting thing is, Aithna doesn't actually have a second poison. So, it's kind of a bit of a bluff. I mean, if needed, Stiggy or Shady Vendor more likely can get you the poison, but that's the question. Because Sewer Raiders is not enough points right now. It's going to have to be Shady Vendor and look for either a poison special or an Eventide into failed experiment. Oh, we're going back for it.
The wares, if you've got the coin.
Okay, guess that's also enough points. In fact, that's probably the more reliable way to do it. By pretending he had a poison, he basically forced a pass from Ninja. But Ninja's happy because I don't think Alumni needed to win round 1. They just needed to get some patience, and they did. Now they're gonna want to try and get their Banart student set up. Wonder if Ninja is gonna open with
These are drowning in shite, but
Chapter or not. I had the leader once to get Sewer Raiders out. Kind of tells me they want to pass and go long. Just outpoint Alumni. I'm not sure that's gonna work. But bleeding is probably a losing scenario here for Aithna as well.
Killer spell.
Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna go Shady Vendor, try and remove this immediately.
How about this one?
Stolen Mutagen is enough damage. It's 4 damage.
Not one escape. Got it?
And spends 1 coin
your wish.
because an odd number of coins doesn't help you with carryover. Ninja would need 11 points. if 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 Eichner were to pass, 11 points to get ahead rather. The chapter's not enough points, but Eichner's gonna keep playing. Drops a poison. This is interesting. Yeah, where is Romero? Shivers, can you redo your... Did you already redo your ban on the website as well? I guess he refards into PMP. And draws an alumni, which is at 6 patients, so this is the 14 right now. We might see a Morales. Or we might see a pass. If I can the passes here, Chapter Wizards will be enough. Well, most things will be enough to get ahead here. Yeah, I'm wondering if Romero had some sort of connection issue or something. They haven't responded in chat in a while. If they don't show up in time, you'll get a technical win. Because they also didn't like redo their ban on the website. Okay, so Aitha's gonna go and play Siggy now. Siggy into Cyrus Hemmelfart plus a poison. Or no, Siggy with no tribute. Interesting. Yeah, because he's got Gregory, he's gonna go for the 2-0. Salamage, followed by Keeper of the Flame, followed by Gregory, is a lot of points. Did he even calculate tribute? I think that he only had Firesworn and Blind Eye, so there was no point in paying the coins for just a 4P card. Since he didn't have a poison on the board.
They do not fall! Why do they not fall?
And there's no King of Beggars in deck, so paying tribute maybe it wasn't worth it. He's just playing for points, I think. Oh, wow.
Eternal fire, cleanse me of villainy.
Will he try to kill both? He could span both, like all leaders, and or 2 leaders, and got rid of this alumni as well. And I think that would have the correct play, because this is 8 points. 2 leaders for 8 points is a good trade.
Sorcery is a sword with no hilt.
So I would say that's a misplay for Maithna.
But we shall prevail.
Because now this alumni gets to click. If he did that though, then he wouldn't have the leaders for Morales, or the coins for Morales, but
You fear me, I sense it, I smell it.
drops the Salamage without tributing it. Which makes sense. It was going to be 4 points for 4 coins. Although it would have removed the body. A click on Chapter Wizards would also give currently Ninja Peng an extra alumni. Ninja needs 24 points to get ahead.
Rubbish in, rubbish out, they say. Pass and forget. Not I.
So do we see just like a nothing move? That's not enough points. Is it? Is oh, Cyrus is the cleric. Okay. This plays for 13 points. Or- Pretty good tempo. And Agnes still has enough for a Morels finisher. After that, all he has is Jacques. Which isn't bad, but isn't great either. 33 points for Ninja Peng to catch up. I guess this is 10. And what? This is 11?
We have each other's backs. That's more than most.
We might see a 2-0, honestly. So, you'd be paying 5 coins to do an extra 8 damage if you tribute here. But just no tribute Morels on the alumni is worth 10. So that's what I would do. It does force you to spend and go tall with those extra coins, which gives value to the Selkirk. Ryden chooses to pass, and I think that's correct. Instead of going for the 2-0. That was the 12-point Selkirk. Is this enough? Oh, 1 point short. Ninja can keep a card by using a leader charge. Or clicking the chapter. Chapter click is very expensive. Because right now, what does chapter click give you? It gives you an heir to the student, right?
Die by your side.
No, it was an alumni.
Privilege and honor.
Yeah, I might have used the... Well... You don't have zeal, so you need the leader charge. Like, is one alumni worth more than a card? I would say yeah. Oh, Romero's here. Nice.
War's crux lies in winning, not in being.
Shivers and Romero. I don't know if I said it in time. If you end up doing a friendly, that's fine. But
Folks say.
so here comes the round 3 play from
If only they
Ninja
knew.
Peng. Demovan into Shawnee. Gets an heir to the student out. That's 7 patience. That's incredible. This seems like the easiest Morels in the world. This Morels will play for 15 without tribute. So, you know. We're just going to play Jacques now instead.
By nights I need to be like witches, strong and immune.
I don't know about that. I guess the 7 points, whatever they go on, Morels will kill, but... Ninja is able to winch. And get a Sentry and Spellweaver out. This R2 student now goes to 8. Oh boy. There's no more zeal for ninja, so I guess he doesn't need to put. He should. Is it Letitia here? Oh, it's just casting contest, right? No, we're playing Onira first. Onira into Winch. Right. You get another student out.
Wager I can cast from with me foot.
This demo van played for so much.
The eternal fire shall consume all that
Student is still sitting here. 9 patients. And Ignis still just saving morals for last play. Yeah, no. This isn't enough. I think Ignis wishes he played this a little differently. He didn't know how bad Ninja's draws were round 2. Like no Onira, no Demovan. But that means Ninja gets wins the game 2-0. Narrowly surviving, I think, a 2-0. Or at least a very strong bleed. And then ends up winning the series as well. 2-0. Alright, let's take a look at the bracket. Looks like Asteroid beat Way Warrior 2-0. And Shivers and Moulin Rouge are playing a friendly. So we don't get to observe that. Well, we're going to have a bit of a gap. Anyone want to play me in a friendly game while we wait? Because it's going to be... Sweet, Ash. Alright. Any requests? Do you want blue? Do you want red? Any deck I should or shouldn't play? You want blue? Okay. No milk, clog, and wholesome. Alright. Are we not watching Young Face? Because round 2 games can't happen until round 1 finishes. So that's just the way the attorney client works. I mean, why are we not watching that in round 2? Because we just watched Ninja Pang once. I like to skip around a little bit. But if you guys want, we can watch Young Face versus Ninja Pang if you think that's a good game. So Shivers and Moulin Rouge just started because Moulin had electricity problems. They just started their series and they're playing via friendlies, so we can't watch them, unfortunately. So while they're playing a best of 3, I'm gonna play some friendly games, just so you guys have something to watch. Oh, what is this? Inspired Zeal with Musicians of Blaviken. I got 2 bricks, so I'm gonna mulligan those. This is for Golden Necker. Not the best round 1 hand, because these 3 cards, like these 2 have Adrenaline, this has Adrenaline. Cards that I like in round 1 are like these things. Well, we do have Decree at least. Oh my god, it's Arbalestiers. Please okay, there's no Secret Service or it would have popped out already. We lock that. Let's vote. Oh, we can just vote now. Which semi do you want to?
They charge it. Ah, swap.
One face the ninja peg, or asteroid the winner of Romero. There you go. Poll is up if you want to vote. If you have thoughts on which play.
Haven't got all day.
I don't know about this move. Yeah, exclamation tourney. Or use the pinned command. Link to the tournament.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
Take care of your blades and they'll take care of you.
The windmill. The sticks spin around and smash you.
You don't have to win round one here. We are getting, like, we got 4 of their engines out. When its armor is kind of annoying, and there's armor and shields here too. So right now my choices are either to play giant boar or gird or pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will play for 9. He's got 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5 points coming. I'm not sure that's a great trade for me. So we just pass here, I think. There's Gwent, Golden Necker. Okay. Mulligan you, and I think I mulligan one more. Now I can use this as a tutor for like Gutting Slash or Champion's Charge if I need. This can tutor Siri. Yeah, you're not tributing the Siggy was fine, but like you half-assed it. Your 2-0 attempt. Like you're never winning a short round against Demavent without Siggy and Gregory. So if you're gonna commit Siggy and Gregory, like you can commit one or the other, but if you commit both, then you need to play your morals. And you had a good morals.
Coat of arms is what you choose. Dare not mock mine.
Kind of nonsense is this?
The morrow drink with our forefathers.
These should have been on the melee row, so I can play Gird on the back row. Yeah, that's what I mean, exactly. Like, you had a good morals. You had like a 15-point morals, even without tributing it. Or when you played Gregory, you could lead her twice and kill both alumni instead of just one. And that alumni was worth 12 points, or worth an extra 8 points for 2 leaders. Yeah. I think you should have won. You should have won game 2. Game 1, I don't think you could have won.
Stand and
Ooh.
fight.
It's kind of cute.
Arbalist at your command.
Why don't train on the cone? I hate it.
But we're broke as shit peddlers.
Armor won't save them.
That's a lot of points here. We could get lucky and not draw the Were Witcher here, and then, but this is also a brick. Let's play this for now.
Life and death, entwined as a braid.
I don't like how he has 2 Arbalestiers. It's almost like Renfrey wasn't the problem right now. It's almost like the problem is buffing, you know, 4P thinners and fucking discard package and Morkvarg and like nerfing anything that has synergy that beats these point slam decks because it's cheesy. But like greedy decks are supposed to be the check. This sort of like shit out a bunch of points deck.
Bloody Gwent.
Is this a ship ballista deck? Yeah, and then we're buffing Renfrey decks by 2 provisions next, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of getting Renfrey to 15 provisions in the first place. Whatever. What the hell do I know? So he's just got too much engine power. He's gonna get lots of carryover. I have to Golden Necker here. This is pretty good. This is actually what I want.
I'll cleave you in two. What are you gonna do, huh?
I am kind of out of everything, but this is good. Round 3 has synergy with this, and I'm fairly likely to draw it, especially if I get to play another card now, which I won't. I can finally win Balance Council, but I think I'm still too inexperienced to vote. 1 vote I will do buff Frightener. Frightener buff is cute. I think it's a neat card. It's fairly balanced for like being immune because it requires 3 cards being killed and opponent can see it coming. We really need that I really need this. Of course, it is the bottom card of the deck. To be expected, I should say.
You've talked enough.
Hey, Lucas. No, we're just waiting for round 1 to finish.
Momentum,
So I'm playing
a
friendlies
function of
because
mass
one of the series started late. One of the players lost power.
The ratchet's jammed again.
I think he has another scout, right? Yeah. It's only good in this deck. I use it in monsters. Seems much worse than other decks I play. I mean, off the top of my head, I don't think there's any like top tier. Well, no, there's Golden Necker Relics. That's pretty good. Like Golden Necker is one card, and every deck has good and bad matchups, so it all depends, really.
I'd lend you a hand, but then I'd have none.
The windmill. It sticks spin around and smash you.
I thought he'd do that. I thought about clicking the Heron Kaduk to get value from to make it harder for him to kill this. But I thought maybe getting him to click his ship list now is worth it.
Destiny is
Got so much
uncertain.
shields and armor. It's very annoying for a Bloodthirst deck. Maybe I should have played Bear Witcher first.
Make it back to the keep by sundown or freeze.
Oh boy.
Fucking unjam me then!
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Sitting are kind of weak and now. Yeah, the Igor nerf was idiotic. Like, Igor's literally been 9p for, I don't know, 6 years now. But the council had to idiotically buff Scribes and Fallen Knights, but then they reverted the Fallen Knight nerf, which is fine. Scribes are for some reason 6 provisions, 5 power, which is like a card that was never played has become even less never played, thanks to 2 changes from the council.
Let's get this over with. You think this is
He
a
lose.
storm? Then you know nothing.
You had too much stuff left over after that round too. I think leadering round 1 was maybe a round 2 was maybe a mistake. GG Ash. Golddecker Bounty, but we pretend it's not a top tier deck, so BC doesn't nerf it. Yeah, exactly. Golddecker Bounty's always been like good. I mean, there's like you can also do Golden Necker Poison. It's probably not great into all these like SK mid-range decks. Never let you do your things, bro. Like your deck is so greedy and abusive. Was I supposed to let you get like a 30-point ship ballista? Yeah, and it took me my golden necker to do it, so I was kind of cooked round 3. You also didn't let me do my stuff. You kept damaging my bloodthirst units or boosting them. All right, do you want to play another one? If not, I'll just queue a ladder game. Okay, we go ladder real quick. Yeah, I think it show you outside. Okay, they're 1-1.
You've talked enough.
I'll just forfeit as soon as like their series is done. If I had drawn the Herald, I think I had better chances. But I didn't. It was literally the bottom card of the deck. It was 5 of 6 to draw it, and I didn't draw it. I have a question. I get this guy, and he has a lot of experience, so he does play as a bunch of wins, and he quits with Smear. I won every game, no matter what. Is he doing this for some specific reason? What's the guy's name? What rank?
Living and ancestors, all.
I don't know why I did that, guys. Minus 6 points. I was playing around treason. I forgot. Okay, shut up. Even opponent's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's stunned into silence, okay?
Notice! All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
I'd lend you a hand, but then I'd have none.
Doing it faster. The windmill and hit. Hard.
Nerf Axel, yep. Imagine if I had 5 more points here, I could... I mean, do I ever win a long round against Toussaint? Probably not. I think I have to win round 1 no matter what. Yeah.
Oh, I sense trouble.
Oh boy. That's like so many negative points there. Because I would have 3 more Bloodthirst now. Well, we literally have to win the round, so I don't have much of a choice. Sometimes people are playing a meme deck and like they just don't want to play certain matchups. What is this? Such bullshit.
The hounds have caught a scent.
Here comes Ivar.
Tell me
And MR. That's better for me.
Make it back to the keep by sundown or freeze.
Is he playing Golden Ecker? He played Black Blood and he played Banhamar. No Ivar. Yeah, like without like it's hard to say without knowing who it is and whatnot. Can I go on interactive in round 3? Not really. There's a key here.
Do what I must. Our world is in harmony.
Hey, Last Arabian. Hope you're doing well. Thanks, man. Share this deck? Yeah. I think this is it. Yep, there you go. It's also in my spreadsheet. Exclamation deck has all my stuff.
Bow before Nilfgaard's rightful empress.
To arms, men.
You're coming with me, dead or alive.
I think this
Leave
is
you into.
the best I can do. Just like Bloodthirst versus Boosty Boys is already a cooked matchup. Wait. We won 2-0.
This is a storm.
Easy.
Then you know
You
nothing.
missed some stuff. Easy game. It's the strongest decks right now, like in GSK decks. I mean, if you want to see what the faction win rate is in top MMR or whatever. Oh wow. GwentData.com. For whatever reason, it's not loading for me right now. But it's the place where you can see that data. But honestly, like, it doesn't really matter. Because depending on the time of day and the rating you play at, you face into different opponents. And so, like, and what's like, and every deck has good and bad matchups. Some decks have more good matchups into other commonly played decks. Some decks have less. And so, like, right now at like 2,500 plus, right? Like, there's probably a lot of SK Blaze of Glory, like, but like Alchemy's good too. I don't think that's played as much, but Alchemy's very, very strong. Especially with like the 4P locks. Right? And G Aristocrats is really good. It has some bad matchups, but it has a lot of good matchups too. Alchemy am I talking about? Just like Scenario, Ale, Mushy Truffle, Care Trolled. Or I think you can also fit Utkel. But if you have to remove Care Troll to fit Utkel, then do it. It's like Giga Strong. You just like shit out points. So I'm not gonna start another game. I know these two are 1-1. So I'm just waiting for them to tell me when their last game is done. And then we'll start round 2. Lots of point arenas. Yeah, let me see if I can make it from memory. We have one. I have too many decks. Let's delete something. What happened to this deck? 3 provisions lost? Jesus Christ. I guess it's the 2 stalkers. And what else? I don't know. Maybe... Oh, Hive Mind probably got another nerf. Alright, rest in peace deck. Delete Dwarves deck. I don't know how many of each of these you play, but... Probably you play Hermione. Probably you play Decoction. Probably you play... Do you play Bride and Fucusia? You definitely play Freya's Blessings. It's over? Okay. Who won the last game? And what were the, if you don't mind, what were the matchups? Romero won? There's no bride? You sure? Pride is really good. Your NG lost to Arrakis. Oh, was this the first game? NG lost to Arrakis, and then no. Kashi won Blaze of Glory like this. Imposter won Bog, and then Imposter lost to like that. Oh, you won. Okay. So Kashi beat Blaze of Glory. Imposter went against Bog. So this game is win for you. And then your NG lost to Arrakis. Like that. Okay, whatever. Game 1 and 3 are fine. Like that. Okay, thank you. GG, congrats. Okay, we are gonna watch Ash. Wait, what was the poll? Did the poll go through? I thought I did a poll. Maybe I didn't. All right, we're gonna watch Shivers versus Ash. Anyone know the results of the poll? I think. Manage poll, view results. Yeah. 62% says Ash versus Shivers. So that's what we're gonna watch. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. I want to make sure the round is started. Yep. So Ash and Shivers, we can take a look at their deck. They have 10 minutes to do their bans. Let's start with Ash. We have fruits here with Mamuna, Erendite, Red Sword, Lilith, Omen. So Omen for Penitent. Oh boy. I don't know how I feel about this being in every deck now. Like, I guess you still have to draw it. There's a red sword here for, or there's a lady for red sword and Erendite. There's a Barbagazi, because Barbagazi is just in every way, shape, and form better than a Barghest. Almost in every way, shape, or form. Yeah. 2 Griffins, 2 Fiends, 2 Archespores, 2 On Riders, 1 Incubus. It's just a Fruits Mamuna deck with Toad and Riptide. And then here we have Demovand with Defender and Flotsam, playing for Ship Ballistas from Blue Coin, or probably a Blue Coin deck, but it's probably fine from the other coin as well. There's AA, Rafard Demovand, Adalia. Lots of ways to create orders. Should do well against decks that don't have a lot of control and a way to answer Defender. Here's a Swarm. There's Seagulls. There's Offering to the Sea. There's a Lemons. There's a Crow Clan Druid. This is like a Crows deck, I believe. Yeah, there's a Megascope. With some control. Try to seek and replay Offering to the Sea or any other alchemy card. The Fukusia. There's a Heron Kaduk for a third Bear Witcher Mentor. I wonder if like I wonder if this is worth it because Giant Boar is also an extra mentor and it doesn't cost 8 provisions. But we'll see. This is close to a deck I've played a decent bit. There's an Alpha Onion Soup because that's cute. Another option is replace Seagull plus Heron Kaduk with Wild Boar of the Sea, but I'm not sure that's... I haven't tried it myself. Who doesn't love some soup? True. It's also 4 provisions now, so it's kind of free and has synergy with like Ermion and Crow Mother. And then we have Enslave here with Shoop, Henry, Redea, Rinmage, and a Triss Butterflies. Triss Butterflies in a Calvite deck. What is that about? Is this if for like if you miss Calvite? But then like Decree would do the same thing, wouldn't it? This is an Enslave 5 deck. There's an Abduction. Is there a card you need to play around on? Is this just for carryover? Or for grabbing Rune Mage early? Rune Mage or Henry? Maybe that's what it's for. But then Decree I feel like would do a better job. You do have Nausicaa Starthood, which is a brick round one. And maybe Mirror in some matchups. Where's the 90s music? I'm ready for the next ARC stream. You can request songs if you like. You have something in mind? Nothing too loud though during the tournament, so that since I'm talking most of the time. Alright, so we got Force of Nature, Kashi versus Crow Mentors. Kashi's in hand. There's a Maxi. This is the scenario version with Cosimo. There's still Highwayman and Morntart. There's we're mulliganing Kashi. Very confident that we're gonna draw it again. Never in my life have I ever mulliganed Kashi from this deck. Also mulliganing Maxi. Wow. Okay, what are we gonna grab with Curse Scroll? So we're not playing scenario round 1. No, I just mean like, don't request like death metal, like a very loud song, but you're welcome to request songs during tournament. If it's something that's like gonna cause a problem, I'll just refund you. There's no harm in it.
Scarlet hands.
We got the Manor Stark Secret from Oniromancy, not from Curse Scroll. So now he needs to draw Kashi and he doesn't have Maxi.
And no more. There is but us.
Because you can Onira for Karanthia, but you can't Onira for Kashi. And on the other side, Ash is not contesting the round. Like, we knew he wasn't contesting the round because... well, usually this deck doesn't... It's playing for carryover in round 1 from red. And he can defend the bleed fairly easily, usually. We'll see. If Shivers draws the Karanthia Kashi round 2, he can bleed pretty strong. And maybe Morntart will outdo the Crows in round 3, but it's risky. No Cosimo in hand, so maybe that's what Curse Scroll is for. But like, Damsel at the bottom, grab Cosimo. And since like it lets him not have to do it unless he knows for sure these are surviving. But Cosimo can be used on the Caravan Vanguards as well. Generally speaking, Cosimo is really good on 5 provision cards. Get a lot of value because most 6s are pretty good. Yeah, no, I mean, I think Shivers is just better at the game than we are. This Elven Onion Soup, though, gets a Yen Illusionist. Holy shit. And he can, I guess he can't Lucusia Axel this round, but... Curse Scroll is still chilling. Maybe he'll Curse Scroll for... Okay, this is for Decree. Shivers does have Dominance now. At 7. And Asteroid will pass. What did I say? What did I say? Oh my god, Shivers. Not like this. The number one rule of playing Kashi is you never mulligan Kashi. Okay? As someone who played the deck to 2600, if there's one thing I would impart on anyone trying to play Kashi is draw your Kashi and hold on to it with both hands. Never ever let it go. It is... There's nothing more important. I don't know where these things are coming from. They like haunt me. Seems to only happen when I'm streaming on YouTube as well, but like I've literally muted the YouTube stream tab. Like in Chrome, I right click on it, I click mute site. So I don't know where he comes from. He draws Kashi anyway? I mean, he might. It's 5 out of 8.
Stay true to
Okay, 5 out of 7 now. But to mulligan both Maxi and Kashi is just next level of unhinged behavior. I guess Decree will thin one, and then it's 5 out of 6. Hey, this deck thins a good amount. Maybe I'll play this version. Scenario is nice for just bullying yourself into a round 1 win. Just don't believe in the heart of the cards like Shivers. Well, the other thing is, you want Kashi round 2 to populate your graveyard. You don't want it like if you play Morntart, Kashi creates a ton of units. You would like those units in round 2. We're jazzing the crap out of ourselves. Dave going like this right now.
Take care of your players, and they'll take care of you.
He inherited that Kashi from his grandfather. We're removing a 2.
when experience contradicts theory.
Okay, interesting. Gets a Necrorat on the Razor on a Foglet. Oh, tragic. Cosimo played for 5 plus 5, 10 points. So he does have 2 man traps and a Kashi. The problem is Ash has like 1, 2 locks and a 3rd lock in the deck. Like he's got 3 locks and a Heat Wave. Shivers needs Last Day, and he's not gonna get Last Day.
Modern Freya is patient.
Oh my god, we're gonna
but she
Freya on a
takes no
seagull.
insult.
Oh boy, here it comes. This is like 16 billion carryover as well. Like, so not having Last Say for Morntart means that Morntart will get Heat Wave. Presumably. There's a Neuromancy in hand for Ash. Kashi should have pushed to 0. Yeah, I mean, at least you can force some locks out. Or something. Locks are low tempo. Maybe you get to keep your card. Maybe you get to play Kashi and keep the
By
card.
sundown or freeze.
Because you like Kashi leader with cat on the board. So Shears plays Heatwave. I mean, Ash can play Bride here. No, he can't, actually. Never mind. Bride is a brick. He has to play his lock. You don't want to play Onira here as Ash, because then you don't have guaranteed Heatwave, which you literally need. Yeah, he's just going to play his lock. Lock the Necrats on the wrong row. And Shivers will be... passing, I assume? It's only bronzes, isn't it? Oh my god, you can play Soup. Never mind, I was wrong. I thought it was just bronze specials. Well, I guess that's true, because you can play Bride of the Sea. We can play Offering to the Sea, and you can play Decoction and stuff. Yeah. So we draw the Kashi. And the Morntart. 5 cards is actually not enough. You would prefer to have 6 or 7 in this round. Ideally, because you want to play Cat, and then you want to play Kashi the first chance you get, which is when you have 5 cards. So 6 is the minimum. 7 with the second man trap would have been better. Let's see how this goes. This is Heatwave, so this is just going to be a Crow Messenger. My question is, how do the Seagulls come out? I guess the Seagulls come out when you Bride of the Sea and Elf and Onion Soup onto Bride and Crow Mother. Not jazz, it's funk. 2 people with giant paper mache masks playing microtonal math rock. Listen, I heard some syncopation, I'm calling it jazz, okay? What do you know about music? So Ash is deciding what to play here. It's just... Oh. Full leader, eh? And then Offering to the Sea. 2 leaders and Offering to the Sea. Okay, and he gets his birds out. He's gonna Offering again. Thanks for the follow, Ghoul TV. 38 points. So that was some carryover. 6, 18 plus 12, 30 points of carryover. Here comes the first lock. I think. And lock the cat. First Kashi should also go on the back row always, by the way. Because you need your extra space in the front row for your man trap. So there's a very real possibility, especially if cat doesn't get answered, that you fill up the front row this way. You need there to be 2 spots on the front row when you play your man trap. And here we go. Ash is just gonna clog the front row anyway. It's just a lot of small mistakes. This man trap now sucks. It's literally a 5-point card now. Can't even proc thrives on any of these larvae either, or the Kashis. So good play by Ash to use his leader charges there. Slight inexperience from Shivers. Yeah, infusing the 2s or the 1s, like that's where the 5 points come from instead of 3. But it's not great compared. Like it's so much better to play your man trap front. Like it's like 20 points if you play it front, like 5 points if you play it back. Okay, he infused a locked unit instead of these guys against a deck that plays mentors. It's another small mistake. Gravehag, no. It used to be melee. It used to be melee and it had an order and armor. But when they reworked it, they removed the Rolock. Yeah, so if an infusion adds an ability that can get locked, then lock will also disable it. So that's true for like Toxicologist infusion, Occultist infusion. But not like the tag, not the category, right? A locked unit is still a unit of that type.
You shall be mine alone.
I'd lend you a hand, but then I'd have none.
We're clicking there because we're clicking to click. Here comes Morntart. And now Heat Wave for 20. Like, this game was still winnable with everything else if Shivers had just played back row, because he would have more Larva. And it's actually pretty close. He's losing it by 11 points. The man trap play, like properly triggered. Yeah, the man trap play was like 2 more points as well. So, but I don't think Ash is complaining. I think Ash is yeah, okay. I need to update some stuff. We're in round 2. So Ash wins game 1 versus Shivers. And his Crow's deck gets through. But like also, you guys got to remember, playing in a tournament that's being streamed can be stressful, or just people can lock up. Even if it's not being streamed, like you just, it's easy to get nervous and make silly mistakes. I mean, you saw me play my Axel on the back row, and I've played Axel at least 2,000 times. So. Yeah, Dave, but that... I was gonna go for the easy jab there. Decided against it. Got it. Oh, I saw. I checked out this like World War One game called Over the Top. I was looking at it on Steam, and it was like on your wish list. Have you played it? I think it's in early access now, right? It did seem like you're kind. I could just totally imagine you like trying to like energize a crowd of people to charge the trenches. Okay, so you're Shivers, and you got Red Coin here. You're probably playing. What are you playing here? What is this Line Pockets deck? This looks like a deck that likes Red Coin. Yep, there it is. And Ash is just playing Fruits Erendite from Blue Coin. Makes sense. Naval combat and Holdfast was problematic. I see, I see. I was not there for the boat gaming, no. I did see a game that's like a... I forget the name. It was like... There's like pirates, though. It's like survival co-op and you have like ships on an island or something. This is a pretty good hand for Ash. He's got his thinners right here. All 3 thinners, actually. He's going to open with a Fiend, and he forgot to lead her. -1. -1. If you had a Griffin, you might say it doesn't matter, but... First off, you don't need to play your Fiend like as your first card against Syndicate. They're probably not putting units on both rows. Windrose, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Oh, man, you know all upcoming games. Seemed like it'd be a fun game to play with people. I just hope, like, these like co-op games, they need to be cheap. Because, like, it needs to be cheap enough that you can convince 3 of your friends to just buy it on a whim. So I don't think Ash is playing Red Sword here. Because... yeah, he's just going to go and play his Archespores. And he's going to leader the or stratagem the Archespore. Which makes sense, I guess he didn't have a consume. No Barbagazi.
Blabbing already, but I was just getting started.
So what's Omen now? It's what? It's Penitent and what? I guess Omen is from Mimuna now. So you don't play Omen round 1 anymore. So Ash has to decide, does he want to remove this Brawler? Or does he want to save his removals for future rounds? The problem is Shivers has a reach. I think good enough reach with Reuven's Treasure and the Brawler on the board. So that if you play something like Necro Warrior, yeah. So this is 11 coins. That means Brawler can go down to 2. So you can spend 6 and then drop the treasure and then spend a bunch more. And it will also double proc from the treasure. And you know if you're Shivers that you're going to get bled. Like there's no way a Fruits Erendite deck is not going to bleed in general. And for sure against Syndicate with Sesames, they're going to bleed. So it's not like playing treasure round 1 would have been a big waste. But he decides that he'd rather pass. So Ash kind of gets out of round 1 very cheap, I would say. He played literally bronzes. Didn't commit any of his control. And he got the thin with both Wahan Riders and Archsport. Overall, a very good round for Ash. You've played Windrose? Oh, that's Holdfast. Okay, gotcha. So, Ash, mulligan Red Sword because he had Lady of the Lake. And he has this Squirrel answer the Sesame, which is pretty good. In fact, that's what he opens with. No Griffin was played round 1, but a Fiend is in the graveyard, so Omen is still a valid play. This Syndicate deck's actually pretty fun to play as well. It's just Crimes mid-range with Philippa and Tavern Brawl. So if the skill in playing it is mostly about knowing how much to commit from each round. Balancing carryover versus like card advantage versus which golds you play, etc.
I'll never be imprisoned again.
We see Philippa used to steal a Barbagazi. Now this deck doesn't really have any engines to steal, so stealing a Barbagazi is probably fine. Stealing a Beast is arguably better. Or a Griffin. Because we know, like, the Barbagazi's there for the Archospores. Once those are gone, it's kind of irrelevant. This will be for a Fiend. And these two will take 2 damage each. And there's Pugo. So 39 to 11.
Listen, I just work here.
I think Ash still wants to play another card. He's going to play Lady of the Lake into Red Sword to get rid of the Spender. And then his Red Sword will be 12 points in the next round. That's exactly what we see. Now Shivers is a pretty big point gap. He needs 30 points to get ahead. He's going to open with Furco into Nova Justice to get a Spender out. Going to get the other Chorus Blacksmith. And Ash is just going to Erendite the Chorus Blacksmith. There it is. Easy arrow. When your opponent tutors a Spender, you're always happy to use your control on it. Here comes Cleaver to try and make up the points. And then Ash is probably going to pass. He could play Riptide, but yeah, Riptide because it was the highest. That's one reason why I often don't go for the max synergy on Cleaver. Now we see Reuven's Treasure into Eventide. That's great because he needs a Spender. Shivers wanted to play Cleaver before playing Treasure to get like max value or whatever from the passive, but getting your Cleaver tall doesn't really help you much. Now we see Ash instantly Heatwave. I think it was a Jackal. So in response, we're going to see a Morels. But that was the Tavern Brawl target. That was a 12-point Tavern Brawl that we just removed. Now instead we have a worse Tavern Brawl, and Ash, knowing there's no Morels, can just drop the Goliath. And this is looking like a potential 2-0 here. Comes Tunnel Drill. I think Shivers is setting up for a Junior. If he plays, like, Ash should just pass now. He knows his opponent is, like, within 1 card of catching. And Shivers should not kill the Goliath. Like, the Goliath is bad juju. He should just do a Tavern Brawl 5 and 8. This was more points. Fibonacci numbers are good for duels, for a brawl like that, because 5 to 8 is 3, 3 to 5 is 2, 2 to 3 is 1, 1. Like, you just get so many bounces. Eating the Redini with Toad doesn't banish it or anything. So now we have Ash with no Griffins in hand. Got a Beast. I think Beast is a mulligan. Yeah. There's a Griffin. Shivers might actually be fine. This Air Knight's pretty big. Welcome back, Sander. This Iron Knight's pretty big. But these are decent cards. It's probably just like because Ash has last say. I think Ash still takes this pretty easily. We're spending everything so that our Casimir is as big as possible. But oh, that actually gets past the Iron Knight. Wow. And stops the enemy Iron Knight from growing. That's certainly a cool way to do it. Shivers can drop Brawler next and spend to 0. And then Disciple, I guess, after that. Maybe Disciple first is still better. Because this is out of coins.
And their foul magicry.
I think Ash is just going to take the Toad here. I guess it's not the biggest Toad, but it's also not the biggest sword, so what's the difference? This is going to be 3 points. Oh, wow. We're just hitting Iron Knight for 14. I guess since Iron Knight's not growing, you might as well use it. And then now you can eat the Casimir, but this should be Brawler first, because Brawler will give you another explosive. And an explosive is worth more than the Disciple. But Shivers decides he doesn't want any more explosives. He'd rather get the 1 for 2 spent from Disciple. It's fine. They're both, I think, 1 extra point per coin. We see a red sword on the Casimir, which I don't think actually was the right play. Because
Remove his cowl, then his ear.
because Casimir wasn't getting any more value. But now we have Brawler playing for 4 points. And Toad will now play for 12 points, and that will be enough to get Ash barely ahead. Oh, I said barely, by 4. And Ash advances to the finals with a 2-0 win over Shivers. It's a good series, though. Let's see if we can add ourselves as the observer to potential Game 3 between Youngface and Ninja Pack. Oh, right. Eating the Redanian with Barbagazi was a cute play. I didn't even think of that. Good shout out. When you had 9 coins, you could just eat it and get the Redanian back. I did see Kikimor Warrior in a deck meant to just eat Redanian over and over again. Jeez, Ash. Alright, so it looks like we're in the other game now. So that means Youngface versus Ninja is 1-1. So, Ninja Pang lost game 1 with Symbiosis against Pashlaughter Fury, and then Youngface lost game 2 with Symbiosis against Blazer Glory. So, 2 games as ST lost to SK. Now Youngface is blue again. Also, both players are from Blue Coin 1. Interesting. What is this? What did Youngface bring for soldiers? Okay, it's Ardfane soldiers. Right. Instead of imposter. Making sure they're not waiting on me. Shivers, if you feel like watching the VOD, I did try to point out any mistakes while I was casting your games. I don't know if that's helpful. What did you miss? Here's the bracket. So we finished one of the semifinals. We're in the second semifinal. Ninja and Youngface are tied. So it is going to be soldiers, aristocrats, or Imperial Formation, aristocrats, soldiers versus Arrakis. Hive Mind, Penitent, Lilith, Omen. Kind of a cute deck. He does run 2 Stalkers and 2 Griffins. Okay, so Youngface doesn't play Crystal Skull in this deck. Means his pikemen are not necessarily safe. Does Ninja run? There's also no Riptide. I just noticed.
100 faces, all yours to command.
So we see Master of Disguise as the opener. There's not a lot of lock targets in Ninja's deck. Right? So Stalker is the opening play. And it's actually really hard for Youngface to deal with. Because it can't be bled, it can't be, like, he doesn't have 4 damage, and it can't be locked. So, just kind of chilling there. Also can't be given spying. Is that going to force a battle stations out of Youngface? Because if that happens, then Ninja Peng is probably happy with the way the round went. He hasn't had to play Hive Mind or use any leader charges and just gets to force a battle station and pass. Youngface kind of struggling. Right now he's wishing this was a Purify. That an offensive Purify, I mean. So we see Hideous Feast come down and get rid of the Master of Disguise. Does this deck play Vincent? It does. So Vincent can answer a Stalker, but there's 3 Stalkers essentially in Ninja Peng's deck, so that's going to be a tough situation. And Ninja still has Lilith's Omen for a short route. I don't know what the path is for Youngface, but he's managed to find ways to win games that I never expect, so Who knows? Certainly not me. Right now it's 14-7. Even a Griffin would get Ninja ahead, as does Spontaneous Evolution. Used with a leader charge to avoid playing too much into Vincent. 17-11 now. Now Young Face is just gonna pass. This makes sense. I am a little surprised he picked this deck from Blue Point. Oh. Okay, sorry. I thought he'd forfeit for a second. I guess it was either that or Symbiosis. Ardfang gets mulligan, of course. Youngface has to be careful. He probably wants to play Kalak first, just to get Ardfang out before playing Battle Stations. Pugo and Goliath are both in hand. That kind of tells me Ninja doesn't want to go long, or doesn't want to do a big bleed. He might just be interested in playing his Hive Mind and getting a little bit of Erendite carryover and then going to round 3. His sword is currently at 2 power. Three now. Youngface has 4 locks. This is one of 2 lock targets in Ninja Pang's deck, so I don't see a situation where it doesn't get locked. And you're also never opening Pikeman because you want it to get flanking, I think. But the question is, if you want to play Battle Stations soon, do you Kalak now? I think that's the consideration that Youngface is considering. And never mind. There's Art Bane. Okay, 2 leaders used to put everything past Parasite range. The next is Kikimor Stalker. I don't think Ninja wanted to click. Well, here comes the Stalker. Oh, that's enough. Even with the 2 leader charges, the Pikeman goes down. Erendite's at 4. Next in Hive Mind is Kikimor Warrior. Vincent to answer the Stalker. Basically, if the Stalker lives, none of your engines are living, is I think Youngface's thought process there. It's a great time for Ninja to play Griffin, I believe, because it sets up his Mamuna and he's be removing something that's already bleeding. He doesn't currently have a way to answer engines anymore, so makes sense. And now Youngface can either play a lock. Okay, never mind. There's the leader charge. So that will get locked immediately. This lock plus 2 clicks is enough to get ahead. And not give Ninja a free pass.
I wonder what mercenaries would have captured this.
I'll learn to put Emir in the deck. Okay, so Youngface offers Ninja a pass. I don't... What would Emir do here for you? Like, you mean instead of Battle Stations? The whole point of playing Imperial Formation is to protect your pikemen. Because if the pikemen live, then Dames become monsters. Like, you could drop a dame and get it to 8 points on the first turn. More if you have Art Fane. It's just a kind of unlucky that he drew Art Fane. Ninja just casually drops the Goliath because he knows.
The Van Morlehems, they truly spoil us.
Arendite's actually at 6, so Youngface needs to make sure to use all 3. He does. Ninja Pan cannot play Pugo. He needs it for his penitent. He doesn't want to play Squirrel until he sees a coup. Although this deck doesn't... or yeah, it does play Jokum. Yeah, it's just Endrago Warrior. For points, it's 40 or 38 to 20 now.
Don't ask a lady her age.
Comes the second dame. And he's gonna lead her to get the dame to 7, but he didn't realize Arendite's already at 7. So Ninja easily takes that. And now Youngface is kind of in trouble. Yeah, he plays Art Fane from hand. And he doesn't have a good coup. So Ninja might keep going. He's gonna play Spore for 9 points. It's pretty good. Hey, old Gray. Youngface knows he has Joachim on top, but there's like nothing he can do with it. He played this from hand so he could get value from his Seditious, but he should play the Seditious now.
Your Majesty, I cast myself upon thy mercy.
Oh, he actually put Joachim at the bottom. What? He doesn't expect Ninja Fang to pass anytime soon. Well, now he's not going to draw Joachim. Oof. This is really rough. Like, playing the Van Morlehem instead of the Alba, I think was questionable. But he's got enough points now. He can just play Alba now and get ahead. Ninja will have double last say and he'll have Erendite. It's not looking good. You can play Joker from Roderick. That's true. But he also doesn't have, like, Usurper, and his Menno is a brick. Because Menno only plays Coup. So it's just all kinds of bad. Okay, he does draw Usurper. But like his Roderick is still not guaranteed. It's a 2 out of 3.
We're prepared to suffer and die.
I mean, this is an easy Erendite, I think. Ninja breaks his Omen. Kind of. No, he doesn't, because he has Archispore still. I forgot about that. Like this, this card actually procced a few times. You could have gotten locked. Ninja instead opts for Mamuna. And this is Roderick getting you Yen and Menno. Menno's a brick, so no Joachim. He'll be able to coup to Roderick unless it's somehow consumed. I don't see how that would happen.
Kill the dog diddlers!
Oh my god. Wait. Mamuna can be played for Seditious. You should put Seditious at the bottom. Yeah, that's exactly what Young Face does. He would really like to find Joachim from Coup on Roderick. But there's an Andrego Warrior in the deck. Ninja Leader hoping that the boost wouldn't go on Roderick, but it did. So that gives a little bit extra value to this Coup that's coming. But Usurper is gone. I think this is still for Omen into Penitent and Archespore. So it'll be a 17-point Oniromancy there. He does find the Joachim, and Joachim will get Mamuna. So there is a little bit of hope.
You will be much happier.
Oh, there's no Seditious in the graveyard. My bad. Yeah, it's got to be a Master of Disguise. So if you think back about to this game round 2, like that small decision to not open with Kalak ended up costing Young Face a lot. He had to it cost him a card and a lot of value lost on Art Fane. It really messed up the rest of his round. And like it just kind of snowballs. One thing not going your way. Informant on Griffin's not terrible. Master of Disguise will end up playing for 6 points, which is not the end of the world. It's not great, but... The problem is, this Mamuna's getting Wolfsbane.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Youngface decides that his Master of Disguise isn't worth anything, so... Yeah, maybe Hideous Feast should have been used on an Operative instead. Because it did set up the Informant Griffin. Hey, Maxim. There's 8 points now, Liquid. It's a random squirrel. I mean, just Wolfsbane is 14 points. And then Oniro is a million. Or Oniro is 17. So 31 more points coming in for Ninja Fang. That's going to be the deciding game of the series, which means Ninja Fang will be in the finals playing again. Asteroid. That should be a fun series. GG's to both players. I'm going to go ahead and quickly start the next round. And I want to take a look at, see if there's anything I new in Ninja's lineup. Okay, there's Ash. We saw the fruit stack. We saw... Did we see Ash's Zeal deck? Yes. We saw his passive favorite. We did see his Enslave deck. His Enslave is Shoop. All right, Shooptress. Okay, so Ninja brought this Araka deck, Symbiosis. Oh, I think we did. We did see Ninja's lineup as well. But for anyone who didn't see it, so this Araka deck you just saw with Lilith's Omen, Erendite, Wolfsbane, Penitent, Hugo. We got this Symbiosis deck with Aquan and Eskel, double Harvest, or sorry, one Harvest, two Equinox, Tempest. Pretty standard non-Devo Symbiosis. We have Blaze of Glory with Wild Boar of the Sea, Jutta, Seagull, Hjalmar, Geralt. And finally we have Inspired Zeal with Demovan and Letitia. That's Ninja's lineup. And then Ash's lineup is the Fruits Erendite deck you just saw. In the other semifinal. This one plays the Barbagazi. It's got two Fiends, two Griffins, and a Goliath, Pugo, and the Beast. I think most games the Beast is still like less points than either Goliath or Pugo, but it's not a bad card. I would rather it have stayed at 4 power and gone to 6 provisions. So the bans are in. Ninja's Alumni deck was banned, and Ash's Fruits deck was banned. So Ash still has Paracella Fury deck, which I think will do well against Ninja's lineup. And Shoop Enslaved 5 with Triss Butterflies. Good luck to both players. Let's see what they come up with. Entamir asked for a show kitty. Here's a new kitty. This kitty's name is Banana Clip. I've been looking at adoption. But I'll show you some pictures of Derpito. It's been 5 weeks since he passed away. Here he is in his taco. Here he is helping me install a bed. He had a banana hammock. He never slept in it, but he loves sleeping on it. I don't know why he keeps going forward. I did not allow it. Here he is helping me play some Gwent.
We've left.
How was there? 14, I believe.
It's not about why, it's about
I
why
pass
not.
on every 10th round.
I killed for less.
Yeah. All right, we got Alumni versus Symbiosis. Ash plays Rafard's Vengeance into Kidwinny Sergeant on turn 1. Even has a Siege Master. So this is Ash's deck that likes to play lots of cards with orders and a Ship Ballista for carryover. Ninja's deck doesn't have a ton of control. Obviously, there's Rebuke and a second Rebuke. And you can play a third Rebuke. And their Pawn Keepers can also be used in a pinch. Ash is going to try and keep all his engines alive and get a lot of carryover. Ninja has to decide if he's like winning the round or passing. Or rather losing on even. It looks like a tough climb for Ninja.
Lady Esney won't let us talk to strangers.
But Ninja's going to go ahead and play Tempest into Impenetrable Fog, get some Vitality out as well. He should click this because, yeah, it's easy to remove a 1. A Rebuke on Rafard's plus Fog will get a kill thanks to the Fog, so technically the Fog helps you kill 6s as well, since this is here. And when this is gone, you can even kill a 7 with a Rebuke. But Bob was already played for Tempest, so there's only 2 Rebukes left. I don't think you're playing Simless here, no matter what. So there's the first Rebuke, just kills the Reinforced Ballista. Oh, I think that's a mistake. I think the better target to remove is Lyrian Arbalists, because Arbalists are a scout target, as are Kidwinny Sergeants, which, by the way, is got buffed recently, so... There's a Scout with Zeal to get another Arbalest. Hey, Sam. Am I tired? I didn't sleep very well 2 nights ago. And then last night, I went to bed early, but I woke up at 4 a.m. And then I went back to sleep and didn't wake up till like almost 10 a.m., which is late for me, usually. I'm just a little bit out of sorts, yeah. How could you tell? Okay, so we do see the Rebuke on the Arbalest. Get it down. Ninja Panga's head currently 32 to 20, but Ash doesn't care if Ninja passes. I think you can kind of say when you see the Forest Protector that there isn't another Rebuke in hand. So this is when the Adalia is going to come out. Play a Scout with the shield on the front row. Even gets a Rafard's proc. This deck is kind of juicy, actually. It's a great deck to play on ladder and abuse the crap out of people. You'll lose some games, but when you win, you know that your opponent is raging. I'll go to the Baldur's Gate, Ash. What class are you playing as? Apathetic today? Maybe it's the new camera setup.
What do you mean, witch pulley?
There you go. Is that better? Now we're bold. Fighter's a good choice, yeah. So Ninja passes, and then Ash is going to do ship ballista things. And you get lots of clicks. This is at 10. He didn't play Flotsam, though. Flotsam is where this thing gets a lot of its power. You can still click Rafars, but I guess he's not gonna. Ash ran out of time because he had a click here and a click here. Maybe he didn't want to play his scout. That's why he didn't click, but he definitely had a... Oh, actually, no. I don't even know if he had a click on the Arbalest. He probably did. It seemed to me like he lost some points. Why am I in the circle? I got trapped in a minimap. I was in the Grove and Lae'zel got arrested for apparently threatening a child, but I swear that never happened. Well... Yeah, because they steal from you, right? This defender got all the boosts. And the defender's going to be the Eskel target, so that's kind of tragic for Ash. Like, he would have preferred any card but defender here. Because he has a defender. Oh my god. I think part of it also is Liquid. No one's been redeeming like Hypecast. I don't just go energetic for free. He probably peeved off Maul, yeah. Don't mess with the children, Ash. So Asteroid, not Ash and his giant. Asteroid passes. Ninja will just play a Harvest for some carryover, and he's gonna go into a long round. I'm honestly not sure who has the advantage in the long round, but I think maybe Asteroid didn't feel like they were favored playing without having cards like Demovan in hand. So there's one Siege Engine. I think Ash still needs to mulligan like an archer or something. Because Demovan is really important. You want to increase your chances of getting it. Now we have Hypecaster mode. So red player has one mulligan. And yes, in fact, a Redanian archer gets mulligan. And a casting contest is drawn, not Demovan. The king in the not in the hand. The king in the deck. We see Saskia Dragon come down. It's going to be for Symbiosis, not for Waylay. So Ash has one chance here, and that chance is to play Carabalista or Ship Ballista, and then top deck the Demovan. He probably wants to play AA before doing that to improve his odds. Right now, it's a 1 in 6, and then it would be a 1 in 5 once AA has been played. But most likely, Ash is just... Okay, no, he is in fact going to just play Carabalista. Why thin when you can just... Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate for Asteroid. But maybe he can still win. Here comes Duncanel Guardian. Is 5 power, 2 damage. And a leader charge used to boost the Dryad. Keep it out of Carabalista range. And so the Carabalista goes after the Guardian. Both of these cards have one Symbiosis. And what are we doing now? Are we playing a Flotsam? Flotsam comes down for a Banart student. 8 cards in hand. I mean, this could potentially play for 12 points. Or just beta removal. And it looks like Ash is probably just going to play his Defender as a last stay card. to reduce the value of Escort.
Come to me, little one.
Hamadryad on the board. This is an amazing symbiosis engine that basically with vitality goes up 2 points a turn. So it's like a piggy that was also a self-eater or something. Sorry about all the coughing. Here we go. It is now Ash's turn. He's got to decide how to sequence this. He still has his AA or an Lyrian Arbalest. He drops the Kedwini Sergeant first. I think usually in this deck, you want to play your Redanian Archers, you want to play your Arbalests, and then you want to play everything else, right? This is not an engine. These are engines. Ninja Peg, I totally forgot, still had Aquin. So Aquin comes down now. Goes to 6 power because it was played using Call of the Isengrim's Council. Sorry. And this Duncan Old Guardian still chilling at 3 power. We see a Dryad's Caress used to boost Aquin. This other Dryad's Caress will probably go on the Hamadryad for 3 turns. And it's important to remember, Ash's deck doesn't have any Tall Punish, not even a Baron. But he's able to at least remove the Duncan Old Guardian. So that's one less Symbiosis. There's still 1 Symbiosis here, 1 here, and 1 here. And now we see a Fledgling come down, not next to the Hamadryad though. And Leader Charge used, again, not on the Hamadryad. I'm not sure why Ninja Pang is playing around a Tall Punish that doesn't exist. But he's not getting the max value from his Hamadryad. This Fledgling really should have gone in between these 2 cards. Because this doubles the value of your Vitality. Here comes Defender, a little early, I guess. Not early enough. We should see an immediate Escort. There's no reason not to. Okay, we see a Pawn Keeper used to answer a Banard student. Okay, Ash is very happy with this because now he can just AA for the Arbalest now that he feels like it's safe.
Give me a target.
The AA gets the Carabalista up. If I'm Ash here, I click this on the Naiad Fledgling. I'm not sure why we're hitting this. Is he hoping to clog his opponent? This is an engine. You want to kill engines. Ninja should be playing Dryad's Caress on the Hamadryad now. It's an open deck list. He's going to play Escort first. Okay. He does have an Elven Syrian deck he can play with Call of the Forest, so he'll have a pretty big... like, it feels like he's playing around stuff that doesn't exist. Like, there's no lock in Ash's deck. I don't know why we're not maximizing this. I guess this is still 3 turns, so he didn't have to, but he has to play it this turn. Meanwhile, Ash is just using a bunch of clicks for no reason. Because he doesn't want to get value from his Ship Ballista. Like, these clicks should all be saved. Technically, yes, there could be another Rebuke, but...
You one of us or not?
I feel like we would have seen the Rebuke earlier in the round.
One bolt is all I need.
What? What? That's a misclick. Oh my god. Flotsam was supposed to be clicked on the Reaver Scout. Or on the Ship Ballista. Like, whoa, what are we doing? We use it to give a 1-point click on it. Like, Flotsam is... oh my... You don't play a 10 provision card just to get 1... No! Yeah, there's no way you're catching it. Like, you needed to float every single click and then play Ship Ballista and then play Flotsam and Casting Contest in the same turn.
The ratchet's jammed again.
But he's too busy like answering an Elven Seer. You play a greedy deck, you need to greed your deck. Yeah, this is all over. Ninja Bang just going to play Simless into double Equinox, and that's just going to be so many points. There's nothing Ash can do. He's not getting 87 or whatever. He would need 100. He would need 99 points in this turn to catch up. All right, let's see what the Ship Ballista goes to. Without Flotsam, though, like Flotsam literally like more than doubles the value of this. And there's obviously tall enough targets here. Yeah, Flotsam would have been like another 13 on this. And then there was a lot of pings that were gone. All pings had multiplied by 3 on the final turn. So I think Asteroid just kind of had a mental boom there. We can be sympathetic because it's the rope is a real killer in these situations. Oh my god. That was kind of painful, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so game number 2. And remember, this is a best of 5. So Asteroid certainly has every chance to still win this. And Symbiosis was probably getting through in one match or another. Like it's a deck that isn't going to lose 3 times. So this time Ash is blue coin. And I think he's got 2 decks that are very easy to get wins with. We'll see. So Ash is gonna, from blue coin, play Shoop and Slave. That is certainly a choice. Ninja Bang is playing Renfrey Blaze of Glory. Has Berna and 2 Skirmishers in hand. Drew both Renfrey's gang, so he knows he's not breaking one. And we got, over here, we got Calvite in hand and Shoop in hand, but no Henry, no Rune Mage, and no Triss. So we should see some mulligans. Ash is running out of time.
Fuck you, Nilf garbage.
Hey, Mania. Okay, so Abduction and Remedy drawn in addition to Rune Mage. Rune Mage is good. But no Henry and no Triss. Also remember, guys, Royal Decree is the tactic. So I gotta ask Asteroid about why he's running Triss Butterflies instead of just Decree. If you need a tutor. Anybody, any mods want to do Gambas?
I shall not repeat.
Okay, so Ash just opens with Calvite.
Sharpen the boat, boys.
And Ninja just responds with Renfrey's gang. The game plan here is going to be Ninja's going to try and keep Ash from getting out of the round without losing on even. And Ash will try and play 3 high tempo plays and try to leave before his tempo advantage from Lamp Jin wears off. You could, but would you? Would you actually do Gamba and resolve it in time? Alright, I'm gonna deputize you. But you're on thin ice. Careful. So here comes Rune Mage
Last man on
to
his
Marine.
post sleeps on an empty stomach.
Since Calbeat's been played, he should know what's on top. Yep. And so the Marine is now 2 points a turn engine. Ninja's deck doesn't have any locks, but it does have a Geralt. For now, I think he's just going to try and play the max tempo he can, which is 12 from Berna. This is 8. You probably want to play Berna first because you might draw some other good high tempo cards like Morklark. There it is. Ooh. Iris is tempting. Okay, so he plays Mork and Iris, and he actually does get ahead by 1 point. I think Ash has to play Vile here. That's his highest chance of getting out. Like Shoe Brazilians just gets removed. So he's got another 3 points coming. He's at 31. Ninja Pang needs to play 10 points to get ahead. Scald is 8. So maybe Ninja was wrong to discard Iris. Geralt will play for 13 points. But instead we're going to see Leader here. Leader on Yutta to answer the Marine. And then just the Berserker. Joust answers the Berserker. That's a good answer. Currently, Ash is tied if Ninja were to pass. But I think Ninja wants to win round 1 no matter what. And he wants to win it on even. Here comes a Scald for 8 tempo. So you know how like you can play a Fiend as a 4 provision card if your opponent doesn't have anything on the other side, then it plays as an 8 for 4. This just casually plays for 8 for 4 and thins you by 1. Just like Wall Hunt Riders or the Dwarves or Sewer Raiders. So it's a very good card to play around 1. Then Remedy was used on the Berserker. Played for 5 points. Got locked. And here I think Ash just has to take the loss at even. The cards that he has aren't going to get him out of losing on even. He might as well keep these so he can mulligan them for better cards. At least he got the lock. Okay, R35, Gamba, not Pole. Oh my god. You gotta do slash prediction. I knew something was wrong. Yeah, Ash is just gonna take the pass. Okay, is Gamba up now? Not yet. He's gonna do a quick 1 minute gambit, so get ready, chat. Amateurs. Alright, Fliggy, help him out. Help him out. There's a prediction. Place your bets, place your bets. Who's gonna win? Ninja Pang with Renfree, Blaze of Glory, or Asteroid with Dupe Henry? Oh, I guess Triss is like for playing a card that you got from Henry? Or putting it back in the deck if it's not a good card? But you pick what you put in your own hand. I still don't understand it, Triss, but it is what it is. Ninja Bang just plays a giant Raging Bear. And Ash is going to respond by playing Henry.
Edna and Rosa.
He gives his opponent a Menno, which is a 1 point card. And wow, he's got some options here. He's got a Squirrel in the deck, so he could play a Sov, technically. Right? Yeah, there's a Squirrel. Well, I guess he already played his Joust. I mean, Shoop damage 4 could do it. And it's not like Ninja Pen can do anything about it. Maybe a Renfree could boost it. Yo, some big bets have been placed. 101k versus 103. Hold on. Octoper people bet 100k. And then Thomas 62345 also bet 100k. I don't even recognize Tom. Wow. Holy crap. That's a lot of points. So Darren is played now. I didn't just on the front row because Iris was already discarded. Now we see Shoop destroy random enemy, I think. So Shoop plays for 16 points. That's not a bad Shoop. And this defender can kind of mess with Ninja Fang a little bit. If Ninja plays like Hjalmar too early, because Geralt can't kill this defender. Now, Ninja knows that there's a defender, but he might assume like I did that Ash would pick Sov in a situation like this. But then now seeing Shoop, you might think probably no Sov. Okay, there's the Hjalmar for 10 points. Interesting. So now Defender can actually do something. There's no Artot in this deck, so there's no point. And there's no Ku either. So Fukusia is safe to play at any time. There's the Yoink, and then are we going to see Defender get played here? No. What was the point of the Yoink? Oh, it's to prevent Fukusia Hjalmar. That makes sense. There's not any other good Fukusia target in this deck. I don't think. Just a random Letho.
I'm coming for you.
So that was a bit of a rope issue. Here comes Seagull for 3 points plus 6 carryover. Wild Boar, yeah, but it hasn't been played yet, so you'd have to have a way to put it in the graveyard before Fukusiaing it. So it makes sense. That was a good yoink by Ash. And now we see Redea just come out with a lot of with 13 tempo. 13 for 10 is a little sad. What's the decision here? You don't need Curse Scroll. You have Triss. Like, I don't get it.
Beautiful is a fear, but of dangerous.
24 to 12. So now Ninja has to kind of decide if he wants to keep going or not. He could Fukusia Seagulls. That's what I would do. Like play Menno? Yeah, play Menno, then Fukusia. He's just value bleeding at this point. He's played against Calvi. Ash should play Triss now and get some carryover on like his Vigo or something. What's the biggest card in the deck? Renfrey. But after that, Reens is 12. Vincent is 10.
Fuck you, need of garbage.
Avenge me, beat that stinky SK deck.
Just
Okay. I was a little worried that he would do this with Defender, but doing it with Vigo is really smart. Because Hjalmar's gone, and Geralt of Rivia is the only tall removal left. And Geralt can't answer Defender. So he can actually brick the Geralt. Ninja could have played more. Like he could have played Fukusia into Seagulls. Maybe he values the rain more. Especially with the Wild Boar of the Sea. Two Bear Witchers, Geralt, Renfrey, Wild Boar, Fukusia. So Fukusia is going to be for like a Gold or a Berna, I think. Renfrey can also be used to kill a defender. It would destroy 8. You probably want to play your Lydia before your opponent has a chance to play Renfrey.
who's next? Any of you
Okay.
got the courage?
So Ash is going to go ahead and open with the defender. And Ninja's going to look for Destroy 8.
The only good mage.
Damage 6, mana base copy, play a bronze. You know, if Berna is played, then play a bronze could get access to one of these 3. Base copy might also be cute. Okay, he goes for damage 6 because we can use a defender combo with Curse of Wrath and get rid of the defender, which will then give his Geralt some access. Now, Ash is kind of stuck with a terrible Lydia. Pact is probably his best bet. Yeah.
Please, pay no heed to my face.
He didn't go for play a bronze, so we should just see if Fukusia into Scald now. There it is.
Listen well.
Draws a 5 power squirrel. Not the best. But he does get 6 turns of rain. 5 of which are going to actually matter. This is a great time to play Sergeant, I think, because armor has value against rain. But maybe Vigo into Sergeant first was better. I don't know. I think both are good. You know, he also might have maybe the play was to actually give the armor to the defender. Vigo's for mentor. That's true. Mentors will be 12 each. I mean, you could argue Sergeant is... No, it's not 12. Was it? Sergeant is like 9 at best.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
Getting some kindness value as well. Removes a defender. Abduction will be Vilgefortz. Right? It's not looking great for Ash in terms of points. Because there's still Geralt and Waldbor of the Sea and like he's got Yenvo and Vilgefortz that he's got to play early because the mentors need to be played later. Gonna Abduction now.
You mistake stars reflected in a pond.
It's about as good a Vilga as you can expect. So the Abduction played for like 11. This is an easy Bear Witcher. What? Ninja's gonna play Squirrel first. Okay, fair enough. And because of kindness, Squirrel plays for 7. Kindness plus Iris.
The senses can be right there. Leave it no chance to react.
There's Vigo into Mentor for a good amount of points. And everything's boosted, so Wildboar doesn't get a lot of value right now. Some pings could change that. Ninja's probably thinking about using his Geralt now. Thinking there's nothing going to be more than 12 points, so I might as well use my Geralt on the Mentor now before any rain hits it.
Because seagull, damn it. Seagull. So stupid.
This card is also kind of busted. Like, look at Lambert and then look at Wildboar of the Sea. Or like Tin Boy. Yeah, here comes Wildboar. He didn't even need to play it, but it's enough. Okay. I don't know why the score said Ash won. It's actually Ninja who was ahead by 1, and now Ninja's ahead by 2. I apologize for that. I meant to say go wide, spread points. Yeah. And then Wildboar is really good into that. Because like everything that was like any deck that relied on a card surviving, those cards, like any cards that were playing for a lot of points individually, either got hit with a nerf bat or the provision, like power nerfs, provision nerfs, or their synergies got clapped, or their decks got killed in other ways. So you end up with like a lot of decks that just spread their points, which makes cards like Wildboard of the Sea really good for offering. Ash, the best of 5. Carryover deck, yeah. What engine overload decks are you seeing? Oh, you're done? Okay, you're forfeiting? Oh, I mean, we'd love to see you play, but it's your call. Raucous Acid Spit? Is that really popular? I tried Trusky's like Acid Spit deck. It seemed easy to deal with. And hard to play. Let's Araka Storm this month. Because of the Hive Mind buff. Or the Kikimore Stalker and Worker are now 4 power. I'm not actually convinced that it's that good, but I have to go eat. No worries, Ash. Thank you for playing then. Congratulations to Ninja Pang for winning the tournament. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be doing another one of these. The Lucas one last week, we got to edit that command. We do another one next Sunday, as usual. Remember, anybody's welcome to join. All you need is 4 decks. And a belief in the heart of the cards. Goodbye, YouTube.